Obviously a big signing with Jacob Harris. What does that first official major junior signing mean to the program?
It's a big step. I think it shows that we're going in the right direction. Jacob's coming here for the right reasons. He's looking forward to the challenge. He likes our city. He likes our campus, and he has confidence in what we're trying to start here. For our program, having a kid like Jacob, it's it's having a player that has played at the highest junior level for the past 5 years. He's been an important player on the teams he's played for. He's been a leader, a player that plays both ways. Those are all things that we can count on next year and rely heavily on him. Hopefully that shows. There's a lot of players that are hesitant right now, I would say, from the major junior level. By getting a guy like him, it might open the door to other guys saying, well, listen, if that guy's going, then the fact that I'm intrigued and very interested, well, I'm not the only one that has those feelings. So it might lock us up a few other guys down the road.
What does Harris bring individually as a player?
Work ethic, definitely on and off the ice. Reliable player in all zones. Those players are huge for a coach, just because you can rely on them for various reasons. So he'll be counted upon to play big minutes for us next year.
A trio of recruits led their league in playoff scoring. Were you maybe pleasantly surprised by the performances of Drover, Jacomb, and Newcomb?
I was, especially at this time of the year. It's one thing to do well in the regular season, but it's another thing to do it in the playoffs. And I think we had another player in the Quebec Junior A League that if he didn't have an injury, he probably would have been a top 3 for sure. So it's very, gratifying, I'll say, for the guys that we looked at and we were able to convince to come here that they're performing at the highest level in their leagues. It'll be interesting how that will translate in at the CIS level, but at least they've done what they've done at the crunch time, important times in their leagues, and having that winning personality and being able to play at your best at the when the stakes are high, it bodes well for maybe what's going to happen next year.
Rolling into the summer, what's your summer looking in terms of prep for the first season?
A lot of preparation, a lot of planning. Just that I don't have a returning class that knows what our systems are and our culture is within our team. A lot of the planning is how do we get from point A to point B. Not by not rushing it, but still by fast tracking compared to other teams where they have, like I said, they have a few veterans. They have coaches that have been saying the similar things for a couple of years now. For us, it's a disadvantage, but it's also an advantage that we have a clean slate and we don't have to change anything. We have just to instill new things and a new way of thinking and of playing. So. A lot of the planning is, besides recruiting, I would say that's my second biggest thing is getting the plan organized for how we're going to get the things done.
You're trying to build an identity from scratch. What is your ideal player or person for this program?
I would talk about the person first. I think the ideal person is somebody that's open. Open to what the university level is. Not just the hockey side of things. I think the student side of things for me is very important. It's important for my players to be involved in things other than hockey. I think it's important for them to meet other people. Not just being within their hockey team all the time. I think interacting with classmates, with other athletes on campus will add to the university experience for those players. I think it's going to be very important to establish the right culture within our team of being responsible for each other and for the school, and acting the right way within the team and outside of the team. And I think having that and having the right work ethic then it'll translate with stuff on the ice. The ideal player for me is definitely a passionate player, a player that loves to play hockey, that loves to work at his game on and off the ice. And I think those are the types of players that will allow us to be very competitive in year one, in compared to if I would be looking strictly at talent and not necessarily at work ethic. Then we might be in tough here and there, because we'll have some tough times next year. But I think if you have the right individuals, you're able to weather the storm a bit more. So those are the types of individuals we're looking at.
At this point, what are your expectations for the next season?
It's a tough question. It's very hard for me to predict how guys are going to play at the next level. Obviously, we'll be a very young team, but that's one of the things that doesn't worry me as much, being young. I mean, guys are making the NHL at 19 years old, and they are performing big time. So our guys are coming in as a 21-year-old. So it's that doesn't really. It's more of an experience factor. Is playing the style of hockey that the CIS demands. Will the things that they're doing this year translate, and will they be able to adapt also? So my expectations are not point specific. I don't want to reach a certain amount of points. I want to be very competitive game in, game out, and then we'll see what happens. So I think I can work at that. I can get my team to be very competitive game in, game out, and then the results will happen.
And finally, just talk a bit about your staff that you put together.
Yeah, well, we have a young and eager staff to start off. I'm really excited about the guys we have on board with us. We have a good variety of guys. Experience-wise, even temperament, I wouldn't say social skills, but even just a way we all are. I think I didn't look at guys that were exactly like me. I tried to find guys that completed me, that brought other things that I didn't have. So having a staff like that will be a good asset for our team to be able to relate to the guys in all different factors that you have to work on to get the team going.